Welcome again. Back again. Inside Boys. We got me, Kunle. We got Mike here. Got my boy Cam. And yeah, we're just here to
Got a new setup.
And a new setup, actually, yeah.
We got a new setup. We just started drilling holes in furniture and shit to put these mics in.
Yeah, the behind the scenes, the things you don't see, right? So,
It's way
new
better.
setup, better vibes, I think. We
Way
all
better.
That
think.
sounds good too.
We all think better vibes, so yeah, we'll start it off with anything current that you guys have that I don't know popped up to your eye this week. Maybe
Get into the money.
get into the money.
That's it. That's all you can do. That's what I've been on. I've been just focused, grinding, stacking up. You know, I was out of town for like a week. It was
Yeah.
like the first time I went out of town since I had my kid. Like for a long time though. Like not like one night trip or a weekend. It was like a week, bro.
How was traveling with all the COVID stuff? You know,
It's cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't really realize in LA they still everything's still like real tight. Like
Mhm.
you gotta have vaccination cards.
Yeah.
Masks still everywhere. Like even in the mall, bro.
yeah,
You gotta wear a mask when you shopping.
Bro, we had to wear a mask to take orders outside.
really.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's even more stricter because last time I went to LA with you, Cam, it wasn't even like that. I mean, we got the Roscoe's outside. I know that they didn't let us eat inside, but
Oh
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you-
but remember the type of rude time that they was on at Roscoe's? That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
the
yeah.
energy that we got. Like
the whole time,
not the whole time because we was not, just mostly restaurants. Like,
yeah.
Restaurants. The hotel was cool when we stayed in LA. Yeah, it was cool. And then, but it was a different experience because we got a Sprinter.
Yeah,
So we got a Sprinter. It was like 7, 8 of us, and we was just riding around. Never really rode through traffic in LA like that. Is always boring as hell. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So being in the Sprinter was a little bit more
So
relaxed.
you guys had the video games going too in the spring?
Yeah, they had a
It was
PS4 in there.
A PS4. Yeah.
That shit was lit.
Shout out to Penthouse Players.
Penthouse players. Shout out them. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. 612.
Yep.
Like niggas plugged us for real. Like the way we was moving out there, it was way easier than every other trip we went to.
And I mean, in LA now, you kind of have to move together if all this crime rates going up and different things like
Sure.
that. So I know
Yeah.
y'all was
Yeah.
moving a lot
Big shout
smoother
outs
with
to
that.
Earn, man.
Okay, big
Minnesota
shout
stand up.
out. Yeah, Minnesota stand up. Shout out, man. Penthouse players came through with the Sprinter. Okay, yeah, I was just in Jamaica. Yeah, my cousin got married, so I just got back literally yesterday. So yeah, it was different going through customs and all that stuff. You gotta have all these different forms to show with all that COVID stuff, but it was cool going out there, waking up to the clear ocean. The food, I probably had the best lobster I ever had on the little seaside. Brought back
Yeah.
some spices.
Why was that?
Huh?
Why was it the best?
Because it was freaking just fresh. Like you could see the dude. They had a guy behind the chef,
Yeah.
literally fishing for the lobster and different things like that. So he would
Mm-hmm.
catch. He was like, "How many guys need?" Waited there for like 10, 15 minutes. He brought them all through.
So right out the ocean.
Right
Right
out the
catching it
ocean.
off the dock.
At the dock, yeah, because it was
Sheesh.
tied to the dock because it was like a beach grill. And so he was catching it, boom, bringing it back, and he was chopping them live up in front of us with all
Jeez.
the spices. It was like this Jamaican like greens and stuff like that. And it was like a spot. It was like a little hole in the wall, but it was off the island, so you really can only get to it by boat. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope just to have that experience. And then my cousin got married. That was cool. And just being out of Minnesota, yeah, I heard you guys had a snowstorm, so just being outside of that,
Yeah.
it was dope. Kind of I was ready to go back, but it was just kind of like it was cool. I just was able to be present in the moment out there.
You
How,
brought back
how long were you out there for?
5 days.
5 days?
Yeah,
You brought back some of the spices and
I
shit.
brought back some. So I went to the spice shop. Right, got the jerk seasoning, the jerk sauce.
Where's that at?
Oh, I didn't bring it. It's in the crib. It's in the crib. I got it. I got you. Though.
Yeah.
I got you. And then so I got the sauce to season, and then I went back to the chef. The chef's like, my brother, you got to get the all-purpose. I'm like, the all-purpose? He's like, if they got all-purpose in there, go get all-purpose. So I went back, grabbed the all-purpose seasoning. So I'm gonna give that to we got the chef like Mike. So we'll get that.
I'm going to need that.
We need some of that sauce and that seasoning. So
We've been on
So
them
we gotta make
Jamaican
some jerk
flavors though.
wings.
We've been on
yeah,
them Jamaican
I heard
flavors.
y'all was making oxtail. While I was
Yeah,
We
gone.
made oxtail the other day.
Yeah.
Shit was
Fire.
so good.
First time making it. Fire.
That
I'm
shit was
Jamaican now.
So fucking good.
He said,
I'm Jamaican now.
That shit was really good. Like every single person who had it said it was good.
it was
bro.
good. Yeah.
It was good too, because we had went to this spot called We Jammin' in Cali,
Mm-hmm.
and they gave us some oxtails, and it was like the first time in a minute I had it. We just reminded like, wow, this shit's really good. You would be surprised like how good that meat is, considering it's
Right.
literally just a tail.
Literally, bro. Some people
know.
don't like the texture Vox shell. I heard that too. But
Yeah,
every time
'cause
I've had
the-
it,
a lot of people don't like
They
the
don't-
fatty.
yeah, the
Fatty
fatty
But
texture,
also, a lot
yeah.
of people don't make it right though.
True.
A lot
True.
of people, that's not an easy thing to cook, but
Yeah, it's a delicate type of dish. Yeah, for sure.
but yeah. I mean, we was bullshitting, but been
I went crazy.
Yeah,
I went
you
crazy.
the
Pass-
chef like Mike, man.
past few weeks been bullshitting, but also been getting my
Stuff.
mind right, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's like it's the end of the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's time to just wrap up everything. I'm
Last
not even
month.
really trying to focus on like trying to maximize my potential, like as far as my projects go and stuff right now.
Mhm.
I'm really planning for the beginning of the new year
Yeah.
because I feel like this year is over with. Like this shit was just to the wolves anyway.
Yeah. I would just say, yeah, I'm trying to finish up. Just focus. I'm trying to at least, if not by the end of this month, drop that the merch drop for Sweat Equity Performance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drop that at least either by the end of the month or early January, and push that out to start the new year. And then, like you said, just kind of end up strong. Focus. I mean, it's cold. It's snowing out. It's really not too much to really be forcing to go give people my energy.
Oh
We
yeah, I
can
started
just lock in.
snowboarding too.
Oh yeah, that's dope. You picked up something new.
Yeah, I bought a snowboard the other day.
Okay.
We went snowboarding.
Who's the better snowboarder between you two? I'm gonna get one too. Don't
He's
count
a
me
little
out.
bit better than me,
He's a little
but
bit better,
he
yeah.
probably won a few more times than me too.
Right? Where'd
I'm
you
gonna
guys
catch
go?
up to Buck.
Oh yeah,
Buck Hill, yep.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good starter spot, and
They got rentals out there though, right?
they got all types
Yeah,
of shit.
they
bro.
can-
So
got
I could
everything.
go out with you guys and just rent some stuff.
Yeah, but like when I was thinking about the rental, how much it costs to rent?
Like 40.
40.
think.
Yeah, if you're just
Yeah.
starting out, I'd say it's a good idea. I was just like, honestly, I just need a snowboard. I just went and bought one.
Was it a
But-
tax? Was it a hit?
I think it was like two
Com-
something.
Compared to other snowboarders or snowboards,
Mm-hmm.
he got a pretty
Pretty good deal.
on it.
Would you
yeah.
get it online or you went to a shop?
I went to the shop.
Like right on.
It's out there. It's in
Okay.
Burnsville.
Okay.
Yeah, but bro, it's funny as hell. We was out there snowboarding. All these little kids, like they like
Oh,
14,
bro.
15, bro.
Comedians, bro.
Bro,
Really?
because
Yeah.
they could. This is like the one place they could go and just cuss.
Mm-hmm.
They all just snowboarding and just having fun and shit.
Mhm.
Like, fuck, give a damn fuck.
Just don't
fucking
even know how to
bitch,
cuss
fucking-
yet.
Yeah. And then they just like their conversations, like hearing the conversations of a 15-year-old boy in 2021 is just hilarious, bro.
Some
Like,
dude was like, "Man, she just doesn't appreciate me." And then
15?
What else did he say? He was like,
Yeah, you know when you're waiting for the lift, like y'all got to talk about shit. So
Yeah.
you're just chopping it up.
he was like, "I have so much valuable knowledge."
Really, like
Yeah,
to
bro.
heart,
Like,
heart
to-
to heart.
Hard to heart with his bro,
Yeah.
because he like the girl just don't appreciate him. I'm like, man, I felt you, bro. Felt you on that one.
Yeah, we all had that moment. I feel
Nigga, every
that.
day.
Every day, right?
Don't
every day.
don't worry, young man. You will feel this
You
10
will
times more.
10 times more. It's just about how you respond.
Yeah, you think you have valuable information at 15.
It's what?
Wait till 25, 35.
35, 45.
So, yeah, it
and
was-
then you really know.
That was fun, but I think we gonna go on probably a trip, maybe drive to Denver or something.
Denver, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like here it's cool, but there's a big culture of like.
Mhm.
That.
I want to at least get
I gotta
average,
get
a
at half
basic. Oh yeah,
decent.
like a baseline of
Yeah.
snowboarding skills before I go to.
I feel like for
a
black
cold
guys though,
place.
it's like almost like a thing like golf.
Yeah.
It's like if you pull that one out of the back pocket, it's like
Like, dang, you can scope the snowboard? Like, yeah, bro, I can do this.
that's why I want to learn how to wakeboard too, because it's
Yeah.
like that's some other shit you would never expect niggas to know how to do. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta hold me accountable to this. In the next year, I gotta learn how to swim, bro.
oh yeah, you got
don't
to
know how to swim?
I don't know how to swim.
Damn.
Like, I can move in water.
You heard,
Like, I can
you
go
heard
under.
about how I learned how to swim?
Yeah, you told me, but
Yeah.
tell me again.
Nah,
So let
Yeah.
the people know, because I know,
So,
but you tell the
It
story.
was just one summer I decided to buy a boat. Boom, got the boat. I ain't know how to swim.
picture having a boat without knowing how to swim. bro.
Yeah.
Buying a boat and not knowing how to swim.
And then one day I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna just jump in the water and just start flapping my feet. You know, I was watching YouTube videos and shit too, just to
Yeah.
get like, you know,
YouTube University.
yeah, the idea. Hopped in and just started doggy paddling. After
Mhm.
I was, then I started to learn how to maneuver and yeah,
Yeah. So how long did that take? It was just like first time jump in, boom, you were good.
yeah.
Wow.
First
see,
time jumping in.
I feel like it's not like that
because
for
I
everybody.
learned how to float. You know.
Yeah. See,
and
that's
then,
what I
like,
want to learn: the basics of floating.
Yeah.
Then
All it
tread in
is
water.
you can't panic. Once you panic, you're going down.
Yeah.
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 That's
what I hear.
Yeah. You just
It
gotta
sounds
jump in,
sweet though.
jump
I've
in
jumped
and-
in multiple
jump
times.
in and relax. You can't panic. That's the key.
But I'm dense. I just straight to
Bro.
the bottom, bro.
That's because
Just don't panic, bro.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
With Minneapolis Urban Tax
You
Patrol,
serious?
I will
No.
show you what to do in case of a carjacking situation.
Oh yeah.
Now, today,
Yo.
as you can see,
KB
a
sent me
crackhead
that.
was
Hilarious,
in
bro.
the hood. I
Steph
never wiped my
Weeze.
car for 2 stuff.
Hilarious.
So I'm what they say lacking. A robber may potentially come and try to take me out of my car. I will show you what to do in case if that happens. Break yourself, fool! Now, as you can see, the first thing you need to do is don't panic.
Yeah, they're funny, man. Shout out Steph Weezy, man.
Steph Weezy, man.
You know he got a shoe store.
Oh yeah. My homie Ray, he has a brand, Fashion Me Late. He painted one of the murals in the shoe store as well too.
That's dope, man. It's dope. He got that's in Egan Outlets, right?
Yep.
He got a shoe store out there, and Keem got a new barbershop out there.
Yeah, so we got some prominent black people.
Niggas didn't have me come do the grand opening though. Come on, man.
Yeah. We gotta connect. We gotta make that happen because
You know
Weezy's my man's too. So
Bro, I DJ'd for this nigga Keem when he opened the first Aquays in
Aquays.
what was that? SLP.
Oh yeah, that's over by me. That was
Yeah.
yeah. I know
DJ
exactly what you're talking about.
Opening, bro. It's like 2014, maybe 15.
7 years deep. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we got some people in the city doing some dope things for sure. And speaking of that, I guess that's a good segue to talk about. I mean, people we know, and the topic of the night is, I guess, doing business with your friends and others, and how the dynamics of some of those things go about. Because I know people always say you want to do business with people you like, and sometimes
Well, you got to get along.
yeah, but sometimes it's not always that sweet. So I know there's definitely been situations where I'm like, kind of like, okay, I learned from it. Well, I took a L. It is what it is. But was there a situation that you guys have that you did business with your friend that maybe it didn't go as expected?
Yeah.
Can you think of a
For sure.
situation?
I mean, I feel like when I go into it, I don't really expect much. You know.
Yeah. So
I just go off the flow. Like
Yeah.
whatever happens, happens.
but there's got to be a
Yeah,
more
but there's-
specific situation. Like,
I've had friends of mine and even like lovers, like girlfriends, try to manage my career. And, like it goes good for a little bit, and then they start to think like managing my career means that they gonna manage my life, sort of that, or
like how you want to live your life in certain ways.
like my schedule and everything. Like,
Yeah.
oh well, you know you have to do this, so da 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 da, and it becomes I lose a friend and I gain a fucking nagging ass manager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Because I try to put the people on around me the closest. That, or they just can't keep up with the workload. And then I'm like, sheesh, well, like, now what do I do? Because I don't want to fire you.
Right.
Because you basically working for me now.
Right.
That, or like certain people have like started to see my finances, like the money coming in, and then they start getting jealous in our personal life. Like, oh, well, I'll be like, well, I ain't got it right now for that. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, well, you made da 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 da
Right.
yesterday, then you made da 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 on Monday. How do you not have? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not your business.
Yeah,
Your
there's
business
other
is
things
we
that
make
you-
money over here.
Exactly.
And in this life, you know, that's our personal relationship or our personal friendship. So it's tough, bro. It's like,
So do you feel like sometimes that you need to have like a contract in place, or do you think that?
oh, you have to
it
have
should be-
paperwork. Any business, you have to have paperwork. You
But
should.
I know there's some times I've done business with people and it was just off the strength, like how you said, Mike. Like it was good. A handshake was all we needed, and we got the business done. As simple
Yeah.
as that. Whether it was money involved or a favor was involved, but value was solved just through a
I
handshake.
can understand.
You know what I'm saying?
There's something also called like bartering, where it's like favor for a favor in business,
Right.
which is like that's just a friendly business maneuver. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But when it comes to like creating content, number one, that's gonna last forever because you never know when it could blow up. Or like
Right.
products,
It's a fact.
merchandising, things like that. You gotta have some type of paperwork to understand who owns what because a lot of friendships could last through making a couple $100,000 together, but when you make some millions and then you
Things
start
get a
feeling
little
like somebody's
different.
slighting you for
Right.
10 million
Mhm.
or 5 million, I could imagine how that could possibly, drive a rift between y'all relationship. Like,
Right.
it's like I would always just let a lot of shit slide with my friend over a few thousand, a few hundred. But if like let's say 50,000, we might have to, now it's
Yeah.
a real discussion. Like if we don't agree, now what? Now we go to the court, So it's
Right.
like fuck.
Yeah, I had a friend actually approach me recently that I had did business with before, that I had to part ways with it just because the dynamics of it wasn't really working for me. And then now it's like that he's coming back and saying like there's another business opportunity. It's kind of just like, if it didn't work out before, like why would it work now? But you're
Well,
still my
yeah.
homie. But it's just like, okay, now it's just like, is it more beneficial to you? Is it more beneficial to me? Like things like that. Like just the way it shook out before. Like how am I not?
Yeah.
would I be like not wise to do it again because it already didn't work out before? You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying?
But it's also like, think about it like this: like marriage or a friendship where anything productive is being done is kind of like a business.
Right.
Like in a marriage, y'all are combining your finances. You're deciding on investments together.
Mhm.
You're deciding on a budget for your monthly expenses, your household, things like that. So if you kind of look at it, all relationships involving anything financial are kind of like a business.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's like, do you want
definitely.
to start a new business? Do you want to start an LLC or S corp and develop a new product or a new idea or a new company with somebody you're
With
already
somebody.
cool with?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would rather do that, but it's just like for some dynamics of it too, it's just like I could understand we didn't see eye to eye, I guess, in the same values that we had, and that's why we kind of broke,
Yeah.
separate ways.
How do you get over like a disagreement with friends or a relationship? Like,
I think through communication.
No, when y'all reach that point where it's like, I think this and you think that, and it's not, we can't meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I
I had to step back. That's what I had to
That's
do
when
for
you
me.
gotta find an advisor. Like, all right,
Or like a mutual party?
Yeah,
Like
we're
mutual
both
party.
that
A neutral person.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think, but in that instance too, sometimes that kills the relationship or the friendship because it's like now I feel like I can't even like, you know what I'm saying, speak to you as much
Have
as
your
I
own
can.
opinion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because now pretty much when we talk, now you're talking to that third person party and you're like pretty much basing your reactions off that instead of like talking to me as a person. You know
It's
what I'm
tough.
saying? It's tough. It's very tough.
I know as like teenagers, try to start a business doing clothing with like 5 people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was
Yeah.
probably one of the toughest business decisions or situations I've been in because it's like 5 people's opinions.
And the workload ain't split off fairly.
Evenly,
and none
yeah.
of that,
And the
you know,
investment's not
like,
split off
yeah.
squarely. Even the creative process is not squarely. But we also have to remind yourself as you become more mature in business that everybody brings something different
Their
to the table.
role. Yeah.
But
yeah.
sometimes people are just at the table when the business gets done and they end up getting written into the contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just maybe even just handshake shit. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not like we made a real thing and said this person owns this person owns that.
Yeah.
But you were just there, so now you're in the business.
So
And
now
now we
you're
got
in
to
the
break you
business.
off a whole fifth.
Just because you did your whatever your
No, just
part
because you were there.
Yeah.
But that can also be good because sometimes you could be in the right rooms and just go on that trip.
And that's how people sometimes start their empire, just
Yeah.
being in the right room.
Be in the
just
right
like
room.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is hard because it's like you feel like I should be doing this and doing that, but I also can't do it all myself. So I do need a team. So it's just like,
Which is why I think what you do is you build your shit on solo.
as much
And then
as
that way you
build
can
your
bring
skill
then you
set,
have something to bring to the table when it comes to these businesses. Like then it's like, all right, me and your business could do a collaborative business together.
right.
But I have something to stand on, you have something to stand on. Even if we decide to part ways, we have our own shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
You gotta
everybody
build
should.
like
yeah.
a solid foundation for
For
yourself
yourself,
first
right.
before you can even do business with anybody else.
Yeah,
you know?
because it's like, what value are you
Yeah.
really actually bringing to me?
It's
if
like,
it's just like you
how you gonna love somebody else if you don't love
of
yourself? You know?
right. It's
a good
hard.
point.
Yeah,
It's a good point.
it literally is.
I've seen a lot of businesses go bad, but I think the worst ones will be when it's 2 women that are friends and they start a business together.
Yeah, and it doesn't go as they planned. Yeah, stuff can get sour because I mean, with men, I feel like it's more just like that
ego thing.
monetary and ego thing. Like if I lose money, it's like, damn, it's either you're gonna accept the L and get back to the money and make that shit back, or you're like, man, fuck this motherfucker, blah blah blah. And
Bitches
start
are
pointing
petty.
fingers, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Bitches are petty
but I
towards
think
each other.
sometimes with females, it might be more of like that. Point.
Emotional.
Not really, not really reflect sometimes.
It's
the stuff
it's
that,
crazy that y'all say that because I have a buddy. He was in a food truck business. I don't really want to put his business out there.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
You should just go
Yeah.
over some of the.
But blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It got split up because of the girl, of one of the dude's girls got involved. And boom.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're not even friends no more. Type
Yeah.
shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, we're not in any way saying
Yeah,
that
it's
women
crazy.
cannot operate and do what they need to do.
No,
in
I
business,
just
'cause
think
there's
I've
definitely
I've
boss
just seen it
ladies.
personally. My
You're just
Yeah.
saying from experiences that we've
experience, I've
seen
seen it
some
go
of
bad
these things.
real bad
That's
Yeah.
just-
because they let their emotions get involved in all their business, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never done business with a woman and the emotions don't,
Yeah,
get involved
into
somehow. Yeah, like bro. For number one, it'd be like I'm just talking about from my experience doing business with women.
it. Yeah.
It's either always like a sexual undertone somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's like she wants to try to use sexual energy to be powerful in the business situation,
Well, I mean, some dynamics. I mean, you got to use that to your leverage.
but it's like between 2 men. Yes, doesn't come up. Two heterosexual men, sexuality doesn't really
Yeah,
come up
yeah,
as
yeah,
much. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
But between myself and like whether it's an older woman or a woman that's of same age range and stature, they either use something like that to like try to manipulate the business,
Right.
as if like I would want them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or they try to act like I have an attitude. Dude's not finna say that to you, bro.
Right.
Like we texting about some business or emailing. It's like, well, why do you say it like that? Da, 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 da.
Nah, I feel you.
Or what is this message supposed to mean?
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
a nigga just gonna say, bro, let's handle it. Money this day, that day, boom, boom, boom. A real businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just
Between-
get to it.
yeah,
Let's
that's
solve
why-
the problems and let's get to the next.
Yeah, but I've
Right.
also done business with some great women too.
Exactly.
That
I think
be on
to some
point.
aspect you do.
But over
do need
time,
it.
weird shit be happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in the nature of the business that I'm in, like weird shit be happening, bro. Where it's like I thought we was doing business, and now all of a sudden, you're telling me it was a whole other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. I guess in the entertainment industry, when you're being a DJ, and you're around parties.
Or
and stuff
just
like
think
that.
about even training people, bro.
Yeah.
Like you
That's
never had
true.
a situation where you're showing up, boom, every time scheduled. That you're just an appointment. You're a client, but in their mind, that's their special time with you.
Yeah.
That's their
one-on-one.
that's their getaway.
You get a
Yeah.
lot of
You're-
those
You're
left.
the
I don't think I get a lot of them, but I
It's
definitely
happening.
see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I get a lot of them,
now all of a sudden.
but I understand what you're saying.
I thought we had a bond.
Yeah.
This and that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
Whole
that-
time you was just there for the check.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I've had some people to some extent where it's like, yeah, they might leverage that a little bit to maybe like get a better price.
Or we probably leveraged it too.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying more or less it would be to like get a better like pricing on some of the the training aspects. I wouldn't really say more than anything than that, but yeah, I definitely try to keep all that stuff separate just because.
But you never had like any like stalker type clients or nothing like ever weird happen. Like
Not
somebody trying to
anything-
get into the personal life, because it's pretty personal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody training you on a whatever 2-3 times a week basis. Like
Nah, not too crazy. Because I mean, the some of the people I've trained, I've known or were friends with before, so we always had it like
okay,
a
so let's
cordial
say
thing.
you had a trainer and it was a badass bitch.
Yeah.
You don't think that would be somewhat intimate towards you? If she's like, y'all just working out together. You know what I'm saying, right?
It depends on how she, how-
Approaches the
yeah, how
situation,
she-
you
how
know.
she moves while she's
Yeah,
training,
like if it's business, they're gonna
Yeah.
keep it business. But if it's like more, like I'm saying,
Yeah,
there's some
if she-
sexual undertones
if
and
she
things
throwing
like
in
that.
those little slick
Slick-
remarks,
But that's what I'm
and
asking.
crap,
It's
yeah,
never
yeah.
happened to you
Yeah.
ever.
Not really, not yet. I guess not that crazy. Nah,
Hey, you've been keeping it professional.
keeping it
huh?
professional. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, but like I guess if it has, maybe I didn't really catch it, or I just ignored it just because I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to go.
But you do have some beautiful clients, though.
Yeah, I definitely have some clients that got some followers on Instagram. We'll say that for sure.
I think you definitely killing the game as far as
I appreciate that. Yeah, I
personal
mean,
training, bro.
I try to reach out and use. I mean, like at the same point that when I say you need like girls in your business, like when I would train a girl, I would tell a girl like, hey, you got a bunch of friends, that you guys all do shit together. Like you guys have these girls' nights and different stuff like that. So why don't you guys? just
But
all
do
come?
they have girls' nights though?
I think so.
I think that's a lie.
You think girls don't have girls' night?
No.
They sip wine and
They
eat
sip
cheese
wine
and
and eat
crackers
cheese.
Then
from
what?
time to time.
Then
you
What's
know,
those little boards?
watch a movie.
What's the
Then
board
what?
with all the meats and cheeses?
Then what?
I don't know, bro.
Then
And
what?
I wouldn't know.
I think at some time in those girls' nights, there's definitely that girl that has like, I'm
There's-
trying to go see a dude that night.
There's
I wanna
always that.
do-
There's always.
There was that one in
there's-
the group.
There's
that wants-
always a thought in the group, right?
One? Is there ever just one?
No, when there's one, there's more.
I guess we'll say cheers to that.
Cheers
one.
to that.
I'm
Where
out.
there's one, there's
I'm
always
out.
more.
You need some
I'm
more.
out.
There's still some more. I can pour
Oh
you
yeah.
another one.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Go grab you another one. But yeah. So yeah, I would leverage like the fact that these girls are pretty influential within their group, and I'd be like, hey, just invite some of your friends. I'll give them some free sessions, and then see if they like it, and then from there we can further the business. So I think leveraging them in that way, and like even like when I bring on like, I'll ask girls different like opinions, because like when you get a girl or something, that sometimes they'll be buying you stuff, and you'll be like, oh shit, this some shit I wouldn't even have bought for myself, but it make me look good. Like, so I'll use that influence to like some of the like.
So now
the
we're talking about
garments.
tricking.
No, we're not. Look
We
at
got
you.
the tricking ultra fast.
No.
No, that is something.
But you know what I'm saying? Like just the eye that they have sometimes in different dynamics of business is different. It's a different feel to always be with like
So-
such testosterone. You can't always be with so many dudes in the same room and get to like, you need some different
Well,
energy.
I'm not sure where you were going with it, but just like back to what you were saying about a girl buying you things. You know, maybe you wouldn't buy yourself or do
I'm
things
saying
for you.
they're getting a different eye for like some of my garments.
Yeah.
That's what I was using.
What I'm just saying, it was just a whole nother idea of that. But I just think lately, I've just been trying to normalize the idea of like it's cool for you to be able to ask a girl for money too.
Yeah.
Is that
That's a
where,
different.
am I far off with that?
Socially, it's not really that acceptable.
Yeah.
You could say that.
I mean, you shouldn't even have to ask, bro. You know,
What do you mean? Elaborate on that one, Mike.
like, nah, like you know how you be treating women,
Mhm.
like you show them a good time, you know, like you
give them food,
yeah, shit like
place,
that.
You know what I'm saying?
It should be the same right back. You
That's
know?
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like I feel like we should normalize like the reciprocation.
exactly. Like
energy.
instead of us saying, "Hey, let me take you out on a date," they should take us out on a date type shit.
That is real. That's
Yeah.
real shit, though.
And it's
That's
not
real.
because, you know, I think a lot of women think if a guy asks them for something, then it's like, oh, you're fucked up or like you're broke.
Yeah,
it's like-
that's the first reaction you're gonna get from
Yeah.
majority of.
Yeah,
But like if a
People
girl
out
asks me
there.
for something like, oh, will you buy me this? Or if, you know, I just do it. You don't gotta ask. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I feel like I don't look at her as like she's broke. I just do it because I'm just somebody in her life and I want to do something nice for
Yeah,
her.
yeah. I'm thinking about you, so I want to do something nice.
Yeah, I just wonder
No
why.
strings attached.
But I feel like girls, they try to make it out to be like we're bums if we ask them for shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
facts.
that's true.
Like you ever had a girl like just like bring you food and shit, or
Yeah,
ask you like you hungry?
for
That
sure.
Don't you appreciate that more?
That's
way
love,
more.
Yeah, I love that.
Like,
I used
a
to,
girl who
like,
wouldn't
come
do
up
that?
from games, get a call from my girl like, "Yo, I got you Benihanas. I know you liked it." Like as soon
Mhm.
as I land off the plane, I'm
Mhm.
like, "Damn!" Like, thank
Yeah.
you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Or
that
just
even
pull up on you and be like, "I was at the mall. I seen this. I thought it would look good on
look
you."
good
You know?
on you.
So
That's
Wow.
love. Like that's
That is lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
not
ever had
a
that.
lot of not a
I've never
lot.
had that.
I've had that.
I've had that, yeah.
But I'm saying not a lot though. Even around here, just like you're not gonna get a lot of girls that act like that. You know what I'm saying?
So where are they at?
It's I don't know. We're asking, ladies and
hey, the
gentlemen,
most turn on thing
where
you
are
could
they
do
at?
is buy a book for
A book
somebody.
For somebody.
Yeah.
You done that?
Huh?
You done
No.
that?
Shorty's done it for me.
I've
Oh.
suggested books, but I guess I haven't
Yeah.
gone to the
Wow, that
extent
actually
to-
is
to
that's some
buy.
grown shit.
Yeah.
I suggest books. I'm like, hey, you should read this. I think you'd like that.
Yeah.
I never thought about that
But to
before.
that extent, yeah.
I've actually never thought about just being like, hey, I saw this at the mall. Let's look it on you. Cause like,
Nah.
like what though? Like a shirt for a girl?
Anything.
I mean,
No,
like,
but I'm
It
saying
could
you
be
know how
some
girls
panties,
shirts.
you know, so
Could be.
anything.
Oh, you've bought
But,
lingerie
yeah.
for girls?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I've bought like shirts, like bracelets, watches, different things like
Y'all
that.
ahead of the game.
I was in a long relationship, you know.
Oh yeah, see that too. Okay, how long, Mike?
Shit, damn near almost like it was like on and off, you know. But we gonna call it 10
10.
or 7.
The longest
I don't
relationship
know.
I think I've been in was like 2.5.
I think longest for me is
Two
like
and a
probably
half.
like a year.
A year. Yeah, 2.5. for
Well, I
me.
mean, like you said though, it'd be like you'll be together and then break up.
Yeah,
On
I've
and
been
off,
with
yeah.
like
on and off shit.
Yeah.
some like simultaneous type relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess we'll cheers to that 'cause I don't know what he went with that one. Yo, Kev, yeah. So, yeah, I'll say 2.5 for me. I mean, it's hard though. Like, I mean, you see a lot of, and the different things that we've lived, the different way we've lived, like me playing sports and being around some people who are in the professional league. It's like you see a lot of different things about
Yeah.
how a lot of different people
People
move.
move, yeah.
And it's just
And
like,
ah.
damn, if you're moving like that with prominent people, and like I'm not at that level, but I'm in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, so that means you would do that to me in a heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
So it's just like, okay, now I can't think of all these people
Yeah.
the same way because I've seen dirt done to people. You know, what I'm
You
saying? I'm
you
just
done
like,
seen some innocent women do some
just
scandalous
scandalous
shit.
things. Like, whoa, without
Yeah,
even thinking
without
about
even
it.
thinking. That's
And
the
I'm like,
crazy part.
whoa, like, okay, so that could happen to me just as much as it could happen to him because he don't know right now,
Yeah.
and it's happening. So it's like, damn, yeah. So I guess that's what's kind of like shaped my mind on relationships.
But that's the thing though. Like, yeah, I don't know, but like if you're smart and you're in tune with people's energy, you know something's going on.
something.
So that's why I don't feel as bad because it's not like you
I
don't
think
know.
girls are very good at hiding it.
They're good
Oh,
at hiding
for
shit. Yeah, To a certain extent, dudes also
I'll
be
give it to them.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna give them the
but,
upper hand
bro,
on that one.
dudes. We
They're-
are
they're-
able to.
they're-
They're
They're
cold.
cold.
Women, you're cold. I
If
ain't gonna
we
lie.
are in love with a girl, we will be in denial.
Yeah,
Like she
for
wouldn't do
sure,
that. She wouldn't do that. Whole time she would do that.
bro. I've
You
seen
know
that.
she would do that. We know she would do that. Everybody knows, but you're just denying it. So she feels like you don't know because you're just looking past it. Damn near sometimes.
I've seen it where like I've seen it in front of me. Like
I've done it.
where it wasn't. I wasn't in the room, but I heard.
You've never had a
boom,
girl
boom,
do
boom.
you
We
bogus,
told
bro?
the homie like, yo, this is what your girl literally did. He was
He's like, nah.
nah, that would never happen to me. Like,
That's
and
a
went right back to her, and we're like, okay, I guess
That's a
then-
coping mechanism.
Yeah,
Because
like-
if you really love somebody, you really want to be with them, but they just bogus as hell. That's happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, I don't think she would do that though. Whole time, knowing is going on, knowing it's probably my fault it's going on,
Mhm.
but you ain't trying to tell yourself. So really, you do know.
So what happened? What happens when you find out? Like, what is the next reaction then?
Sick,
Cut
bro.
it off.
Just
No,
cut
you
it off.
can't
You
breathe, bro.
definitely
But
sick.
what if it's one of those relationships like you said, it's on and off, on and off? Do
Can't
you go
breathe.
back?
You can't breathe, bro.
Can't breathe.
You cannot breathe.
Yeah.
No, your chest is gonna be hurting, bro.
Yeah, your eyes. How do I breathe?
Without you here. Shout out to Mario, man.
Bro, cannot breathe, bro. When you
Yeah,
find that
that's-
shit out for
that's-
real,
That's a sick feeling.
and it's really in your face, and there's no more. Oh, that maybe this ain't. Maybe it probably ain't. She wouldn't. You know, when it's really in your face, and you really see that shit live and personal, 4K,
4Ks,
can't breathe, bro.
Curved TV's crazy.
can't breathe. You don't know what to do.
Yeah, that shit gotta hurt, huh?
It's gotta hurt. I mean, it hasn't for me personally, but I can feel you.
Bro,
Like,
I just be,
shit.
I fall deeply in love with women though. So like, it'd be after the second week we together, and I feel like she cheating on me.
Why? Like, is that an insecurity thing? or
Like
you
she
think
had the
that's
studio
just-
with another nigga. You're
See,
cheating.
But that's what I was saying earlier. That's a point to what I was saying earlier. Like the things that you've seen in the industries or just the experiences you had in life has definitely like shaped your perspective on that.
I
stuff,
automatically
for sure.
assume if you're in the room, if you my bitch and you in the room with another nigga, something weird going on.
Yeah. But
Why?
what if they doing
Yeah.
cordial business? What if they're doing straight
What
up
business?
cordial business?
What business?
What business do you have, bitch?
What if
They-
she's
they've never
what if
had
she's
a
like
real,
a personal manager
real
to
explanation.
What if she's like a personal manager to some prominent person and she was in the room?
Not dating you.
Specifically.
Not dating you.
Not dating you?
No, I don't date industry chicks like that.
Okay.
Cause bro,
Yeah.
So
They're
that's
cheating
a
on
boundary
you.
you have.
They're
that
cheating
you
on
won't
you, bro.
cross. Exactly.
they're cheat. I know too many where they'll
Would
keep
you?
it real with me because we
Would
friends.
Yeah.
That'd be tough. I
It'd
don't
be
know.
tough.
I think I would have to like work through it, and if I really genuinely like her,
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna try it. But if it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now I feel like
Better question.
you're doing shit behind my back, then it's like I don't want to feel like that. So
Better
it's just
question:
like,
Would
we'll
you
keep
would you date a dancer?
a dancer like a stripper?
A dancer, bro. Yeah.
A dancer. That'd be
No.
tough too. Yeah, that'd be tough too.
It's gonna be a
No.
hard no for you.
It's a hard no.
Hard no for
Hard
me,
no.
bro.
Because you're around it. You're around it. You're in
Yeah.
that life. Like at a second, a dude could give you a number, and it could be like shit.
Yeah,
all right.
like
But your girl could work at Wells Fargo, and a dude could give her a number two.
No, I'm talking about it in like yeah.
That you're
I
talking about
mean-
the energy's already moving.
Yeah, it's
I've been to a
already
strip
you're
club.
already in a sexual energy like with the person, whether you like it or not. That's
Yeah.
that's the business. So it's like
yeah.
I'd rather not have that person to be experiencing that every time they go out to work. Then it's like,
But I
when
think
you,
they
when you
get-
at work, what am I doing? I'm
I
sitting
think
here.
they-
If I go home, if you at work and I go home and I'm just sitting here at home flicking through movies, and I'm like, damn, my girl out here shaking ass on somebody. She making money. It's respectful. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
like, I'm still gonna be like picturing
Sick.
that shit in my head
Can't-
while I'm watching.
can't
some-
breathe.
I can't breathe. You know, chest hurting. Like, damn, man. I want her here shaking my ass, not on
But I
Buddy
think
Jones at the corner.
I think they get desensitized to that shit. I think that what we see in these like type of environments,
Mm-hmm.
the energy that's around us, is different from a normal client.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure. Because I've been in a strip club and it wasn't like nothing about. They were not pressed for no money, no nothing. It was just like they're off the energy and the vibes. That too, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like
So
like you
not
said,
yeah,
I don't
not to
think I
like
can just
toot,
date them,
toot
but they
my own
definitely
horn,
are
but
cool ass homegirls for sure.
that's what I'm saying.
I
So-
feel like you should have more potential than just being a stripper, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that could be like a
that could be the foundation for them to get the
stepping
money
stone.
to, you know what I'm
Stepping
saying?
Yeah.
stone.
So that's why I would never have a relationship with a stripper.
Like a long term relationship, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
What about a girl that was a drug dealer?
Yeah, for sure. Why
You with
not?
that?
I'm with that.
You're with that? Could you think that's what more entrepreneurial than being a stripper?
Yeah.
What if she was like a real criminal and she went to jail and you was in love with her? Would you
Like,
stay
what's
with
that,
her?
what did she go to jail for?
Fraud.
Fraud? Yeah. I'll definitely date a scammer. What's up?
What about if she?
Now we are not condoning scammers, but hey, this is an opinion,
Yeah.
and we're putting our opinions.
What
out.
about like murder? What if she killed her
Murder?
last dude?
Nah,
I
hell
can
no.
never do
Fuck
that, bro.
no.
I can't lie to you, bro.
Even
That's
like
tough.
assault.
Like even if it's like
if
yeah,
it's like
even
assault,
if it's
I
like,
probably wouldn't even really fuck
even
with
if
that
it's like
either.
a justified murder, say it was like somebody that was really like beating on them and they really had to get out that jam.
Yeah.
That person is no longer the same after that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you really love her, I mean, anything can happen. But I don't think me personally.
I've never met a girl that sells drugs like
I have.
Heavy?
or like
I
been a real drug dealer, like
yeah, me
really
neither.
in the
Not
game like that, you
not
know?
Like that, no.
Yeah, like really moving. If a girl could do that, then she's cold. I
She's
would
cold,
I
for
would
sure.
love to be in a relationship with her.
She's cold for
because
sure.
teach me something.
There's definitely some entrepreneurial tactics that she's got for sure.
Oh man,
Wow.
that is crazy, bro. Wow, people are crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
oh my goodness, bro.
man. Yeah. So let's take a time out to give a shout out to some of the sponsors of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got Eats Like Mike. You know, best
Yep.
private chef
You know,
in the city.
catering.
Catering, private plates, private dining
We got private dining coming
coming.
sometime soon.
Food trucks coming sometime
Food
soon.
trucks.
You know what I'm saying? Even the East Like Mike Grill, we're throwing that out there too, man.
Seasoning.
Seasoning,
Oh yeah, seasoning.
all that. So it's
I've been thinking about that.
just be aware. Hey, we're manifesting it now. That's all we got. It's on camera,
Yeah.
so we're gonna give it a couple years. We're gonna
Yeah.
come back to it like, hey, we'll flick back like, yo, this when we said it.
Sweat equity.
Sweat Equity Performance.
You drop
know?
anything for Christmas?
That's what I'm working on. I'm working
Oh,
on
you're
these
too late,
sweatsuits.
brother.
Christmas drop.
Christmas
You
drop.
too late. What
I'm
you
too
mean?
late.
Damn near.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers,
it's
a
that
little
shit
too
out.
late.
Supposed
Unless
to be
you
out.
come up with that shit like Friday, like
I mean, I can, but
Within
it's
the
just
next
like
couple
I want to
days.
get content dropped. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I might get.
that's
to a
one
week.
thing I really want to work on is content.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big thing I'm gonna work on this year. Just putting out content consistently. So
Yeah.
like when stuff and these different holidays happen, I'm ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said earlier, planning for that next year to get right. So a lot of things are gonna happen for Sweat Equity. I'm gonna try to get that drop before the end of the month, maybe if I can. If not, we'll try to get that Christmas drop. So yeah, it's another sponsorship, Sweat Equity, and then we got Rich and Humble.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm just gonna make that shit private, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to sell clothes.
you don't want to sell clothes?
Not really. I just want
Some
to
more
make clothes
boutique?
for people. No, I just want to make clothes for people that I fuck with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really want to get some chains.
Okay.
Some chains would be hard.
Yeah.
Some chains are hard.
I want to get some chains.
Each of
man.
our brands on a chain, we just give it to each other.
Yeah, like I just feel like
Rich and Humble on a chain.
On a chain would
Yeah.
be crazy.
Oh,
The red X
with the red X
with
with,
the
rubies.
red ruby diamonds.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you
I
might
wanna
have just did some right there,
That'd be
Mike.
Nuts.
I want to get.
Stay tuned.
True.
You don't know my jeweler.
That'd be crazy.
All right. Topic I want to cover is also we've been talking about NFTs.
NFTs.
I don't want to beat it up. I just want to touch on it and just talk about some of my opinions and shit about it. Because we was having a long conversation with Vonson.
Okay.
And
Vonson, shout out to Vonson.
Yeah, he was working on a collection. He had purchased quite a few things like on the marketplace.
Yeah, I seen him flip some
Yeah.
NFTs.
And like what I was asking him, like, bro, so you have this portfolio of these NFTs you purchased,
Right.
whether it be like art or like
Mhm.
I get the concept,
You're right.
but like, have you sold any of them?
He said he has. I seen him flip one. He did one like on his like private story on
Okay.
Instagram where he bought something for a certain amount of Solana that's like an alternate coin, and then it appraised like 4 days later for like
There's too many
3
coins,
times
bro.
the
First of all, there's too many
it's a lot.
coins.
But within that NFT sector, there's only like a certain amount of coins. But
Ethereum.
like, there's Ethereum, there's Solana, there's Sand, there's Decentraland.
That's a
and
lot, bro.
And then there's another one.
That's a lot. We just went from the US dollar to 18 different cryptocurrencies.
So that's what gets a lot of people confused. But the main like things that people are selling it off of is Ethereum, and I would say Solana would be the other one. Those are the main two.
For me, it's just like as you get into all these metaverse ideas where everything is basically just digital
Mm-hmm.
with no physical backing, it makes it confusing when you start converting the value of an NFT, which is basically zero. basically
Depending
the hype.
because
hype.
some NFTs have tied to like certain those yacht club like NFTs, like people who own them, like they're having like an event I seen on this like NFT page that I followed. There's an event for that where all the owners of these different yacht clubs will meet in a yacht and watch some prominent game or something. So you're gonna be in
So
a
you're getting
room.
something for your money.
Yeah, so you're gonna be in a room with people who maybe the only way you can get into that room is like if you paid $100,000 plus. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
So the
it's like-
future of NFTs,
it's
I
more of
could
like a
see-
social equity
Yeah.
status right now. You know what I'm saying?
I could see the future of them being more valuable, like almost like the same concept as I was talking about bartering.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you pay for a service, kind of, or like you give up something to get something.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the shit that we're talking about is like, I mean, it's art, so it has value.
Mm-hmm. I
like-
think it's gonna go crazy when the meme stuff taps into.
But it's
NFTs.
perceived value.
You know what I'm saying? Because like some of those memes that went so viral and some of those little video memes, if they make those NFTs and resell those memes, like you can't tweet
that's
this.
a
You
kinda good
can't
idea.
tweet this thing unless you're like selling it or bought rights to this thing. And every time that NFT or meme sells, the person who originally owns that NFT gets bread. So I mean, they can go real deep with some of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like
They could go deep, but
even
like I
look at
said,
Tory Lanez with that album. You know what I'm saying? Gary Vee made 91 million off NFTs because he made a bunch of NFTs like at the beginning of the year and been selling. People have been selling it and reselling it.
You seen that someone paid $250K or $450K to live next to Snoop Dogg in the metaverse?
In the metaverse, that's
yeah,
insane.
that's crazy. And then isn't NFTs like a part of the metaverse type shit?
Yeah, it's part of the metaverse. That's why I
Yeah.
said there's other coins.
Yeah, well, I mean-
because
Yeah.
with the
So
metaverse, they had to.
it's pretty much like
it's another.
another Sims.
Yeah, it's like
It's like
Sims.
Sims.
It's like real world Sims with crypto
Yeah,
as the currency.
And actually, like, it's your real money.
it's like Sims and
yeah.
Monopoly all mixed in one. Like,
Yeah, it's
type
just
shit.
crazy.
Because you got to think about, they already got kids that getting trained for this idea. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're going on Fortnite buying skins.
yeah, yep.
You're going on Grand Theft Auto buying shit.
Buying shit. That's why the games are free now because you're gonna buy the currency within the game.
$450,000
That's
to
going
live
more than
to
real
live
real
next
estate.
to Snoop Dogg in the internet.
Think of that. That's
Like,
more.
That's crazy.
That's
those
more
are-
than real estate going on dirt
Yeah.
and land right now.
Like the idea is like,
The world is changing, man. It's crazy.
it's changing,
Nuts.
but bro, the thing I'm learning a lot from people who are doing bigger business and like selling things at higher price points, the customers are out there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like there's people that have a lot of money, like
Yes, that will buy.
that will pay for whatever.
Because at the end of the day, if they're smart too, and they got big businesses, if they buy stuff for their business, at the end of the day, they can write off and get money back for it.
Like one thing I've been
real bread. You know what
I've
I'm
been
saying?
telling a lot of people that are creators, like, don't sacrifice on your price,
Yeah,
because just because these 3 people complain and they say it's too much,
there's somebody
there's
out there
one
that's
person who's
willing
gonna pay, and they're gonna pay for the idea of all them people paying.
Mhm. And then when that one person, you sell that one high ticket to that one person, now your price point's at this point now you're just going to attract freaking crazier amounts of people with that same amount of bread trying to
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
what you're putting out. You know what I'm saying?
Because it hypes it up.
Oh,
Because
we
it
were-
hypes it up. You
we
know
were
what I'm
out
saying?
ice fishing today, and then one of my little sisters called me
Mm-hmm.
and was like, "Yo, I'm doing a design for somebody's shirt. Blah blah blah. How much should I charge them?" I was like, "It's up to you. How much are you worth? You know, just don't sell yourself short."
Yeah.
Like,
you know what?
because
You know.
if somebody doesn't want to pay for that, somebody else will.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And she was like, "Oh shit. All right, thanks."
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, if they don't want to pay for your services, find somebody
Yeah.
that at the price point that you want to get served at. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You can't please everybody, but you got to just know what you're worth, what your like value skill set is worth, and then how much time is it really taking you to like
Yeah.
create whatever that is that you're doing for that person. You know what I'm saying? If it's taking you 10 hours to do something, you better tax that person because that's a half a day just for you to create it. Whether it's spanned through a week or 2 weeks or whatever the case is, it's still. You still had to take 10 hours to do whatever it is to produce that product or service.
Man, I've been preaching that for years, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna put my price up when it comes to DJing so high. It's like, I'm like, that one time I get booked for that price, it's gonna pay for all the times I didn't
Didn't get booked for that price, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I'd rather DJ once a week or once a month for the same price that everybody else DJ for, but they got to go out and do that shit
Every weekend.
14 times.
Right.
You're gonna find a client, and they're gonna want to book you because they're like, well, they don't play every party, so it's kind of exclusive when we book them.
Yeah. And I think a key point, too, is if you're asking for the asking price and you're not getting it, you better be working on your fucking skill set the whole
don't bring the
time.
price down.
Don't bring the price down.
Bring the work up.
You got to work up to that price point that you're asking because you can't come to that. Say you ask for 15 bands to do a DJ set, and you do it, and then you end up butchering some stuff. It's like, yo, you never gonna get that 15 bands again if you
Better be
ask
ready.
it. You better be ready for
That's
that
what-
15. or whatever the number is. 15 is light, but you know what I'm saying. We're just saying, in general.
Yeah, I think one thing I always tell, like me and Jake talk about, is like when we're at an event, I'm focused on trying to give them their money's worth.
For sure.
So it's like I'll just at a certain point in the night, I'll be like looking around, like everybody's partying, everybody's having fun. I'll look at them and be like, bro, I think they got their money's worth. Like we did what they paid us to do.
Right.
Like I've satisfied my obligation here. And that's why a lot of times if it's like a show or something, I'll be ready to leave. I'm like, shit, like we did what y'all asked us to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let the opener get back on. Like, I performed to the level of what you paid for.
Exactly. Yeah. You gotta know your worth, though. That's for sure, man. It's another thing. And that goes back to our business relationships with friends. You know your worth within that relationship, and you're trying to do business with your friend. I mean, you guys should both know, like, okay, this is what you do, this is what I do, this is what we're bringing to the table, this is what we're trying to accomplish. I think if you can communicate those things, you can do business with friends. But when money gets involved, shit does get weird.
Yeah.
You can't say it doesn't, because some people have been around money, some people haven't. Some people don't know how to budget money. Some people just is like, you know, that feel prideful around it. So it's just
when
like
it comes to business in general, you just got to have contracts
and things in
all that.
place. Yeah, I think so too. And so yeah, man,
You gotta have checks and balances, I think, too. So that's why if there is multiple people in a business together, you gotta have like this person checks this person, double check their work, double check the finances, make sure that everything's moving correctly with this person. Everybody gotta be accountable.
Yeah, solid team for sure. It's hard to find people, but when you find people that are rocking with you and get the vision, you know, stick to them, be around them, and then put them in place to win. You know what I'm saying? I think you put people in place to win, and you guys all win, then I think it should all be a copacetic thing. But sometimes it's not like that. But once you find those people, just stick to them, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yeah.
Inside Boys Podcast.
Yeah.
I think we'll be back next week.
And then, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions about topics, guests, anything like that, we will be bringing guests on, you know, whether they're successful or not. Just, you know, get different perspectives. You can learn from everybody. So if you guys have any guests you want us to bring on, you know, we'll tap into our connection, try to make things happen.
Let us know if you like this setup a little bit better, too. I think it's a little bit more cozy. It's like a little less formal.
Yeah. And we'll drop some clips of the other setup, too.
Yeah, well. And I think we also will end up filming some other places. Like, I think we may go to some guests' locations, you know what I'm saying, whether it's their businesses or their projects they got.
Their offices.
Restaurants. I think we might as well just take the shit there.
Pull
up with the drill.
Start drilling stuff in people's places. Like, hey, it might be a little time. We'll have little spacers to fill it in.
We'll be back.
We'll be back eventually. But yeah, I think pulling up on people is definitely a fire idea just to change the landscape.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to work on the Instagram page this week.
Yeah.
We'll get some clips up.
We'll get some merch for sure.
Yeah, we have to get merch ASAP.
I have to get merch.
Inside Boys merch.
Inside Boys merch.
Raw, for sure.
On some full send shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah. Mike gets me. Yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, appreciate you guys. And that's a wrap.
We out.
Yo.